Hey friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I gotta stop with the hands. The hands. Okay. Hey friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, where today we are going to be kind of just having a chit chat. I don't know if this is the beginning of my vlogging career, podcast career. Not entirely sure what I'm doing with today's video, except that I'm going to use it to somewhat hold myself accountable. If you follow me on social media, then you may have read some of my captions over the past couple of months where I have talked about being really intentional with my yarn stash. I have been working really hard through this year and through much of 2025 to work through what I had in my yarn stash, and then whenever I would bring anything in, I was trying to strictly only bring in natural fibers whenever possible. I am happy to say that at this point, I would say that about 85 to 90% of my yarn stash is all natural fibers. I'm very happy about that. I've been really intentional about it. But now what I'm moving into is trying to use everything that's now in this stash. So I have been doing so much purging and organizing lately. If you know, you know. But at this point, I'm really excited about my yarn stash. However, there are some yarns in there that have been sitting for so long that I have had so many ideas of things to make with them that I've just never gotten around to. And so that's kind of what today's video tutorial is. I'm going to make a king-size blanket. I have a ton of this Circulo natural cotton, like so much of it, guys, so much of it. And I was brainstorming the other day and I was talking to my husband about it, and I was like, you know, I really want to make a king-size blanket. I've never made a king-size blanket. I've made some really big blankets, but I've never made one that's big enough for our bed. And part of that is, well, there's a few reasons for that. So part of it is, one, it is super time consuming. And honestly, at this point in my life, like, I don't have a ton of extra time. And so a big project like that is just, it's intimidating. The other part of it is also, I'm usually working within a deadline. So unless I'm working with like a really big, bulky, heavy yarn, to make something of that size is going to take a very long time. And it's not that I'm not down for the challenge. It's just that, like I said, I usually have a deadline, whether it's set by me, myself, because I'm saying I want this pattern released on my blog and out for you guys by X date, or it's a commissioned piece for a company and I have to, get it done within a certain period of time. Which then leads me into the other part of the issue with making something like a king-size blanket. It's cost. Typically, I'm trying to stay within a certain price range depending upon the yarn that I'm using, so that this way it's affordable to you guys. I try my best in all of my blanket patterns to give you information on the multiple and different ways that you can make the blanket larger or smaller so that you can customize it yourself, where if you wanted to, you could turn one of my blankets into a king-size bedspread. But typically, I'm not making them. And I want to. So I am going to. So I'm doing it with this. And I want to show you because I started this project already, because once I get an idea, I just can't stop it. It has to happen now. And I wanted to do this video before I even started this, but it just happened. So check these out. Okay? So nothing super exciting, just a granny square. Very simple granny square, okay? It's really cute. I actually, me being me, I couldn't just do a granny square. It is just a granny square. It looks like it's just a granny square, but I was playing around with how I started it and how I was doing my joins, and because I wasn't liking how the chain was coming up, and I wasn't liking it. And so I think I found a solution to come up for the join where you don't see it at all, if you see that. Essentially what I'm doing is like I'm not doing a chain. I'm creating stacked single crochets in lieu of my chain, which is, it's getting rid of that chain that you would normally see kind of coming up in your granny square. I don't know if anybody does that. I've not seen it anywhere on a pattern, but I also don't know the last time I looked up a granny square pattern, because it's just kind of something that's in my head. Gotta take a breath. Guys, I talk fast. I'm sorry. It's a comment that I get a lot, that I talk really quickly, and it's just one of those things for me. I talk fast. I have lots going on in my head, and I gotta get it out, because otherwise, whoop, it's gone. So anyways, so this was just me brainstorming how to use up a significant amount of yarn that I have in my stash. Now, the reason I wanted to tackle this yarn first was because look at this, right? Hello, can you see me? There is a huge cardboard tube in the middle of these. Now, there's a good amount of yardage on here. There's 274 yards on this yarn. It's this is going to lead into a problem that I ran into. This is 247 yards. It's a 4/6, which I believe means that this is a worsted weight. The problem that I have is that I thought I had a ton of this yarn in a whole bunch of different colors. I do, but I don't. They are both Circulo's natural Maxicolor, okay? The cotton Maxicolor, but this is a 4/6 and this is a 4/4. So I'm not sure on this, so if you guys know, let me know in the comments. A 4/4 is, I believe, a worsted weight, and a 4/6, I believe, is a DK. Now, I was picking through everything, and I was pulling all my colors last night or the night before, and I realized that there were two different weights, and I had already started with the 4/6, which is these squares. And I could just make the squares with this and possibly add an extra round, or I'm doing a single crochet round on my granny squares. Maybe do 2 rounds of single crochet using this lighter weight one, and they might be the same size. But then I realized how much of the 4/4, I have so much of the 4/4 that I'm going to make 2 blankets. But I'm going to finish this one first. That's what I'm going to do, guys. This is going to be like a documentation of like the first blanket, and then we're going to document the second blanket, and I might change the squares. Maybe instead of granny squares, I'll do like half double crochet solid squares. I don't know. But of the 4/6, I have this color, which doesn't have a color marked on it. It's this really pretty neutral. Is that showing up? Let's see. Okay, it's really pretty. And then the other color that I have, I have a square on this one, I'm working through the skein right now, is this really pretty peach. So it's going to be a big granny square blanket checkered in these 2 colors, and I think it's going to be gorgeous. I'm going to try to get it as big as I can. Once I realized that this is a different weight, I was like, oh shoot, the king size blanket might be out the window. But I'm still going to keep going through with it because, guys, because, like I said, I can't help myself. I already made a ton of squares. So like there's no turning back now. I'm doing it. It just might not be a king size blanket. I think it'll probably be closer to a, I think my cat might be trying to get in my room right now. My big guy, Clifford, is over there. So it might be more of a queen size blanket. We'll see. But these ones, there's definitely enough of the DK weight for me to make a king size. So that'll be next. But I feel like I went all over the place. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. Back to what I was talking about. The reason that I wanted to start with this in my stash busting journey is because there is this huge cardboard tube. Can you see this? Like, see how much my fingers are moving around in there? There's a huge cardboard tube in these cakes, skeins, balls. I mean, I don't know. What do you call this? What is it when it's wrapped like this? Is it it's not a cone. The cone is quite literally a cone. I don't know. What is this called when it's on a tube? You guys know? I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you know if there's a special name when it's on a tube. Anyways, so they take up a lot. I thought it takes up a lot of space because of this tube in here. However, right, in my problem solving brain, I said, I'm going to turn them into cakes, right? Because maybe that will save some space in my yarn stash. Guys, it didn't make a difference. It didn't make a difference. There's like so much airspace. I mean, I could really squish it. There's so much airspace once it was made into an actual cake versus when it's wrapped up nice and tight on this piece of cardboard tubing. It didn't make a difference. I mean, I thought that it would, but it didn't. I tried, guys. I tried. Okay, I tried. I thought maybe it would work, but all that means to me is that I'm going to obsess over making these squares and make a big blanket as fast as I can. You know, instead of this being an enjoyable, slow moving project to do in between things in typical Brianna fashion, I'm probably going to work through this pretty quickly. So yeah, so that's what I'm here to share with you guys. Hold on, my hair is bothering me. My hair, it's absurdly long right now. I need to cut it. Anywho, hold on. Hair, so much hair. Okay, all right, listen. So this is the whole point, right? You guys are kind of my accountability partners. What I'm going to do is every week, maybe every other week, depending on what's going on with the kids or what's going on with the patterns that I'm actually releasing, I'm going to do like a quick update, show you where I'm at with my squares, how many I've made so far, how many more I've made, if I've started joining them, if I've run into any sort of issues. I don't know what kind of issues I could run into making a granny square blanket, but I guess it's possible. And just kind of share it along the way. I'd also like to invite you guys to join in on this with me. It's just a simple granny square. It's just some yarn that I have in my stash. Go jump into your stash. I think my cat's trying to get in again. And grab yourself some yarn and a hook, whatever yarn weight, hook size, whatever, and just start making some granny squares with me. And if you if you guys hop in now with me and start making some squares over the next couple of weeks as I share these videos, you guys should have a nice big blanket at the end of it all too. And I think that would be really fun. All right, so let's see. Point of this video is to document my progress, right? So let's first start with counting out how many squares I've made so far. All right, so I have started in this peach colored skein. I'm gonna just pop those over here quick. Let's get these out of the way, right? And then this really pretty kind of, I mean, I guess I'd call it beige. It's beige. It's like a beige. Okay, so let's just call this beige and let's just call this peach. And let's see where I'm at so far with squares. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there might be one that's not finished. That's why I'm counting like that. 8, 9, 10, and then this is 11-ish. Okay, I was able to start going around with my single crochet on this one, but then I had to stop. Now, that means that I've got, what did I say? 10. I've got 10, right? So one of these, which this is a worsted weight 247 yards, and I am using a 4mm hook. Why I went with a 4mm hook, guys, it's beyond me, because this blanket would probably be so much bigger if I had just gone to a 4.5 or a 5. But I am, you know, my own worst enemy sometimes, and I picked a 4mm hook for a worsted weight cotton. I should have gone bigger, but I didn't. Okay, I didn't. Maybe when I do the DK weight one, I'll stick with the 4mm hook so that it'll be kind of like a lighter, drapier blanket. Okay, so anywho, this one I did not finish. Now I have, oh gosh, what do I have? I didn't bring them all with me. I believe I have 6 of the worsted weight in this color. So if you want to find this one, the Circulo Maxicolor cotton, this here, okay? Is that showing up for you guys? Okay, the color is 73.89, okay? 73.89. So if you like this color, that's the name of the color. If you like this color, this is another, right? Oh gosh, it's washing out. Okay. And the label on this one, this is 45.14. Oh goodness. 45.14 on this peachy color. Okay. So I do believe that I have 6 of these and I have 4 of these. So what I'm going to do, which is what I'm thinking right now, is I'm going to turn is it 4? Guys, I gotta go check. I'm gonna turn, it is, because I was trying to think of it before, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to make at least 80 squares total, which means, okay, this is where my brain is going. I'm gonna turn all of the peach into granny squares. So 4 skeins of these are gonna be turned into granny squares, and 4 skeins of these are going to be turned into granny squares, which then will leave me with 2 of these left over, and that will then become like a border. So I can make it as big as possible and use up all of this yarn. I'm so excited. So excited. So yeah, that's it. So I'm in the middle of making one right now in peach. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go dig the rest of these yarns out of my stash, and I'm going to put them somewhere that I see them every single day, so that this way I'm reminded, make a square, make a square, make a square. And then it's also going to be right there. And again, it's going to be that thing that every weekend I'm going to sit down and I'm going to record an update for you guys, and then I will get it up on YouTube. I don't know. Today is Sunday. Okay, I'm going to be attempting to put these up on Mondays, okay? I'm going to try. Guys, hold me accountable. This is going to be a Monday. I'm not going to say Monday morning. It could be Monday any day. I'm not locking myself into a time. I'm not. Lord knows I am horrible with being on time these days. But I'm going to try every Monday to put up. Gosh, just trying to like talk and not set things up for cuts and whatever is so hard. Anyways, sorry guys. Yeah, Mondays, keep an eye out for a video so that this way you can see my progress on this blanket that I'm doing. I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna make a dent in my stash. I'm going to make something that is all cotton, which makes me so excited. And I'm going to share progress with you guys every single week. Again, if you want to hop in and make one with me, just find a simple granny square tutorial, be it on YouTube or on somebody's blog, and just start making some granny squares. I would absolutely love to see all of you guys work through some stash yarn and make a project with me. If you do happen to get started, share them online. Make sure you tag me. I'm at life.n.yarn everywhere, except for YouTube. I don't think I have the dots, but hey, if you're watching me here, then that doesn't matter much anyways. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe so that this way you never miss any of my free patterns, video tutorials, and now I guess we'll call this a vlog. A vlog? A podcast? I don't know. Give me ideas. What do I call this? We'll make it a series. Let's come up with something creative in the comments below. Okay? Thanks, guys. I will see you next week.